Lauren, thank you for joining us today. Just talk to me a little bit about the Shop Class. What is it? And tell some of our viewers who might not know.
Oh, Shop Class is a wonderful new show for the Disney Plus streaming service. It's so near and dear to my heart because I am a young maker. I grew up in Oklahoma in the 80s and 90s when we didn't really have access to a lot of things, and DIY was a really big part of my life. At the time, there was no term coined for it. It wasn't DIY, it was just making. And so this show is really great because it really pays homage to that. It's a maker show. It's where the kids are allowed to really immerse themselves in their imagination, utilize their hands. So it brings back that nostalgia of making things, which is so cool. So it's kind of a mashup between crafts, DIY, carpentry, all of those building, all of those things where you get to use your imagination and your hands. So it's the perfect show. So no matter if you're 9 or 199, you get the opportunity to really immerse yourself in that imagination and creating space.
Nice. I guess, so what's your favorite DIY project right now? Or that you've done?
Favorite DIY?
Yeah.
I couldn't narrow it down. It's like picking my favorite kid. DIY is such a great experience for me. I love every aspect of it, whether it's creating furniture or fashion or decor for my home. I'm an interior designer by trade, so of course I have a penchant for decor. But any opportunity I get to make something and create something with my hands is so awesome to me. And what I love about DIY is making mistakes. To be honest with you, that's one of my favorite parts about it because I actually learn how to do something better.
Right, and you can add your own little twist on it once the mistake happens.
Yes,
cover it up, right?
Exactly, yes. There's nothing a little hot glue and spray paint can't cover up.
So talk to me about your career in interior design.
Sure. So, ironically, I kind of go back to that my olden days where, I grew up in the country. So my mom sewed all of our clothes. She made all of our, Christmas decorations and house decor and stuff like that. And so I remember just being in the kitchen with her, watching her, make Easter stuff and making like arrangements for our tables and going outside in the backyard and picking flowers and making floral arrangements. We didn't have like local stores where I was from, so creating is kind of my thing. So as a young kid, I recall that, and I don't remember there being like someone I could see on television that did that until I remember watching Designing Women. Do y'all remember Designing Women? That show? Okay, well that was my passion because I saw Julia Sugarbaker, this southern sassy woman, as an interior designer, and I thought, oh, that's what I should do. That was my passion, and I've always loved, like moving pillows around or fluffing the bed, and I was the kid who would like make the bed really good, and so for me, that's where it came from, and it's just a natural talent that I didn't even know actually could become a career until I saw it on TV. So representation matters.
Yep, that's it. So what motivated you to become a part of the show?
Well, the opportunity posed itself, and of course I had to take it. It's Disney.
That's right.
I couldn't pass that up. But also, I love being able to give back to the kids. And again, I was a young girl. I didn't see a lot of that on television. So when I was able to have this opportunity afforded to me, I had to take it because I wanted to see this when I was growing up. And so now that our show has come to fruition, it's such an awesome experience. The team and I, we scoured the entire United States and found the best makers and shop class teachers. And to put these kids together, to watch them, take the same 3 or 4 materials and turn it into something so different so many different times over is so inspiring. And that's why I just had to get on this show. It's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds exciting.
It's
so
so fun.
One last question.
Okay.
Spring is around the corner.
Yes.
What are some things that, with people taking out of their closet and spring cleaning, what are some things that people might want to keep, or do you have any advice?
Sure.
For that?
Well, I'm all about the season changing. For me in my home, I want to keep what's around that I need and, kind of transition out from one season to the next. So my biggest tip, I guess, for spring cleaning would be not to get rid of anything, but just take all your winter stuff that you're not wearing out, put it in a box, use your vacuum bags and put it away. But bring out the things that you need again. So like maybe it's your spring decor or your winter wardrobe. It's time to try to change that out. One of the greatest things I love about design is that it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money to live well. So if it means taking out your Christmas throws and putting out your springtime throws on your sofas or your pillows or whatever, just a refresh or even reusing of stuff that you had last season is always a great way to do that. Pops of color, you know what I mean? Just take out your rugs and dust them off because you got your winter boots all over them all over the season. Those are really great ways to freshen up your space, and it doesn't cost you any money.
Well, definitely some great advice. Thank you so much for joining us.
No worries. Thank you, guys.